Top reasons advanced manufacturing pros want to move to Ohio. So many advancement opportunities for technicians, machinists, managers, operators, and more. How about a powered-up paycheck and an amped-up career? Plus, the energy of big-time sports. And after work, plenty of ways to unplug. The career you want and a life you'll love. Have it all in the heart of it all. Build your future at callohiohome.com.
Flu can be wild. If you're pregnant, a flu shot can tame the symptoms of flu for you and your baby. Talk to your healthcare provider about a flu shot and take flu from wild to mild. A message from CDC.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're detecting the undetectable. Using advanced AI technology, our experts can accurately detect signals in the human voice that are indicators of coronary artery disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
When you choose to earn your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University, you're saying yes to new opportunities and to new adventures. You're saying yes to something big, something you've always wanted to do. If earning your degree is one of your goals this new year, SNHU can help you get there. With low online tuition, no set class times, and multiple term starts per year, you can set the pace that works for you and save money along the way. Visit snhu.edu today to get started.
Parents, did you know that only 50% of U.S. adults are financially literate? Millions of people don't fully understand how to manage money, and it's up to you to not let your kids grow up into that statistic. With Greenlight's educational money app and parent-controlled debit card, you can teach them how to earn, save, and invest wisely. The earlier they learn, the better prepared they'll be to manage their money and build a financially secure life. Give your kids the financial edge they need. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast. That's greenlight.com/podcast.
Hey y'all, I may sound quite a bit differently than I normally do. That's because I'm recording this on my cell phone. Because I've just moved into my new place and I'm literally in a sea of boxes right now. And because of that, my studio is not up and running yet. I know I said I was going to put out some older episodes, but I have something a little bit different for you. I was a guest on another show that some friends of mine run. It's a newer show and not at all true crime, but it was a lot of fun, and maybe you'll enjoy it as much as I was when I was actually on the show. The name of their show is Raising Barbara Jean and Wanda. And as I said, it's not true crime, but I do talk about some 911 stuff during the episode. They, along with my friend Trent at Spread the Positive Studio, were gracious enough to let me release the episode here, and it comes at a good time while I'm trying to complete this move. The episode itself, you might be like I was during the show. It goes an absolute mile a minute, but in the best way. And it's very Southern if you like that type of thing. Anyway, I'll be working to get the studio back up and running so I can release new episodes as soon as possible. But until then, enjoy this episode of Raising Barbara Jean and Wanda. Subscribe to their show on whatever podcast app you're listening on, and if you want video of it, head over to their YouTube channel. Y'all have a good one.
Hi, I'm Keela.
And I'm Ashley.
And we met on TikTok when our stories collided.
After we discussed our crazy, people wanted to tell us they're crazy.
So join us as we unpack a whole lot of crazy.
And we named this podcast after the one thing we definitely have in common, raising our mamas.
So welcome to Raising Barbara Jean and Wanda.
Warning, following episode is intended for mature audiences only. It contains graphic descriptions, adult dialogue, and strong language. Listener discretion is advised.
We talk about dramatic shit.
Yeah. One. I'm just kidding. Hey, y'all.
We're back.
Hey, welcome back.
We have our guest here, Brandon Hall. I'm waiting on Trent to tell me stop.
Brandon Hall.
Brandon Hall from Music City 911.
He's a true crime podcaster.
Yeah.
And I met him like literally maybe the second time I ever did a podcast with you.
Yeah, Toots.
Yep.
Yeah, that was right. Yeah.
And I had no idea that I was even going to be like coming back. You know what I mean? Like it might have been, was it the first time? Might have been the first time.
Maybe.
I thought when I went home, I thought that it was like so like I'm like networking and stuff. I don't even know these people, and then I ain't met nobody else since. It was one and done. Literally met Brandon the one time when I went home. I told Hank, I was like, there was like a guy there that has like this podcast, and Hank was like, that's really cool. And then, like I said, I ain't met nobody since. But
And I don't know why we hadn't had him on sooner.
What'd you say?
I said, I hope the hell I'm not your peak,
Right,
I'm the top of it
yeah.
now.
Like, I mean, I really went home and was like, I mean, we may be the next crime junkie. I don't know. Even though we don't do crime, but it's fine. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding.
I'll do some crime. Yeah.
This is I feel
Committed
like,
crimes.
I feel like big things ahead for all of us, though. I just do feel like it's. I do feel like
manifesting.
Yeah, we are. We're putting it out there.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, met Brandon, and I was like, holy shit, this is like a real podcaster. Because Keela, you met him.
I met him way back. It's been a minute.
Yeah, like probably
2020.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, because it's when I met all them siblings and my life turned upside down where...
You were going to get a reality show,
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
You were looking into all the things.
Yeah, looking into all the... Well, no, they were chasing us like...
Right. The people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, I was going to say flies on shit, but I mean, who wants to be chased like that? But anyway, yeah, so I had I put something in a group, a Facebook group.
Yeah, one of our Facebook
that we were
groups,
trying to figure out how to get a podcast going, and Brandon was like, I'll help you. And we even went over his apartment, and he probably was like, these bitches are crazy.
Oh, y'all went to his I didn't even know that
Dixie
part.
and I did.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was when I was like, I didn't have like a full-on good setup then. I thought it sounded decently, but, it's...
Yeah. And we just
Yeah.
couldn't get our crap together because, Cassie wanted to do it one way, and Dixie didn't care how we did it, and then I wanted to do another way. And
Yeah. It's hard to link that up.
he was trying to show us, and...
You're like, we don't care. Just make it happen.
I'm like, we just need somebody to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need to be edited, which that
Right.
didn't happen
And thank
either.
God Trent came along, which you met at a podcasting convention. What was it?
No.
Where did you meet
It was the
Trent?
same thing, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, he just reached out?
He had a podcast. I just called
Why
the
did
podcast
I think there was a
studio.
convention? I thought there was a convention.
I don't
And
either,
Keila was just
yeah.
like, hey. I really thought that's what happened. I mean, she's a persistent little shit, and Trent is very calm and laid back and a little bit of a pushover sometimes. So I thought she just was like, bitch, produce us. I really did think that's what happened. Well, it's just like Facebook or whatever.
Well, yeah, I just Googled podcast studios in Murfreesboro, and STP popped up, and...
So you reached out to Trent.
Yeah.
And Trent, you already knew Brandon. Well, like y'all know each other from just living
Did y'all
here.
know each other?
Well, I don't know if... I can't remember. I know that we met through that same group, I think, didn't we? And we went up to like one of the meetups in Nashville, and I don't know. I think we had a couple beers beforehand or something like that. But like it was, just kind of hung out, and we've hung out a few times since then.
Okay,
Like, Trent's a cool dude.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe the meetup thing is what I was thinking. That you, I thought you went to that. That's where
we had
Yeah,
something.
the convention has like 30 people. Yeah,
Okay.
We had something over here
huge.
at the brewery, and we all were there.
So it's not at the Nissan Stadium or anything. It's like,
No.
oh, gotcha.
I mean, they could. It'd just
Right.
be really quiet.
Right. There's a lot of room for activities. Yes, gotcha. Anyways, so this was like my first or second time coming up here, and I was like, then we met him, and he was a successful podcaster, and I was like, we are doing the damn thing. And like I said, that's the last time we've done anything. But we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Back then, I don't know that. I mean, now he's a successful podcaster.
I don't consider that. I'm still, working my 9 to 5, and
Yeah.
I'm
Aren't we
making a
all?
little bit of money from it, but not enough to quit my day job. So
Yeah.
I'm not like one of these big, huge podcasts.
But have you thought about reaching out to like Wondery, those big, huge? Have you done that?
Yeah, it's different with them. Like they reach out.
Yeah, but I've reached out to them.
Yeah,
and
how'd that work out?
Good. They actually were like, send us your ideas and fill out.
Oh
this
no,
thing.
I've done that.
Yeah,
but I knew somebody that was on Wondery for a while, and they not to give away anything about their show or anything like that, but they have very strict guidelines, and it's
Is it the
changed a
same
lot
person
since
that I know here in
No.
town. Okay.
Well, that's what I kind of thought. Like when they sent me all the paperwork and was like, fill this out, I was like, I don't know that I'm there yet. That's why I didn't fill it out, because I was like, but they were like, we're interested in hearing your ideas.
It used to be that they required at minimum, I think it was like 100,000 downloads an episode or something like that.
Gotcha.
Like I wasn't there, and I'm not.
Right.
Do people
Right.
get 100,000 downloads?
Yeah,
an
probably
episode?
like True, like
Like a
Crime
lot
Junkie
of-
and all those.
Yeah. multiple millions on those. So like it's, but yeah, then now Wonder has been bought by Amazon. They've changed a lot there now. So
or go with one that's like not as big as Wonder. I mean, because that one's huge, but like
everybody jumps to Wonder is the big one,
right? Because it's the one I always think of too. But Payne Lindsay does.
Yeah, I've met him several times.
You've met Payne Lindsay?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's like my Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not cute or anything, but like, I love Payne Lindsay.
Yeah. He's been at 2 of the crime cons I've been to. So
really,
yeah,
that's awesome.
That's an
I
actual
love
convention,
him.
Not 30 people.
He does radio rental. What'd you say? I'm sorry. Is it the Nissan Stadium
in
convention?
Vegas.
Oh, okay.
No,
you went to Vegas?
Vegas 3 years ago. Oh no, 2 years ago. Orlando last year, and then this past one they had it in Nashville at Opryland Hotel.
Nice.
Now, did they fly you out and do all that?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I do
Maybe
a
we need
presentation
to
and stuff
we
like
need
that.
to switch genres. I don't know that there's
Right.
I don't know that there's a
I mean,
family trauma.
I really feel like my small town that I live in, I could give y'all a crime a week at least, if not more. I mean, honestly.
Girl,
I know that. I mean, I'm not going to tell
Yeah,
y'all
she
where I
can't
got
find
this
them, she'll
information
conjure
from,
them
but I know
probably.
that.
Hey, I can do better because my family that I met through the DNA test,
Yeah.
I could give them a crime a week.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, I know things that go on in our local jail and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
I'm
does.
a beauty shop, so we get all the stuff.
All the 411.
So I love some true crime.
We did, yeah.
Love it. Love true crime.
Check out my show. I mean,
Oh, I have. No, I've listened to many episodes.
Yeah.
The reason I'm not listening right now is because I'm ADHD and I hyper focus on one thing, and right now I'm on audiobooks and I can't even listen to a podcast because I'm so. But in 2 weeks I'll be like, audiobooks what? Back
Wait.
on podcast.
hang on. You said you're ADHD? I don't see that at all.
No, I know. I mask it really well. Yes, I do a really good job masking it. Yes, and most people are shocked by that. But
Yeah.
yes, so right now I've been hyper focused for like the last 2 months on audiobooks,
Yeah.
and I cannot get into a podcast to save my life. But next week I'll be on to and I'll literally be on all of the apps, like Likewise, like please feed my addiction of, because I love. I don't know if you've heard Radio Rental.
No.
Payne Lindsay does that one, but
Okay.
it's Rainn Wilson is the host,
yeah.
and
White, yeah.
it's my favorite
Yeah.
podcast ever. Although some of the stories are turning to shit because it's like a horror true crime. It's true scary stories, and
Yeah.
the first few seasons were like holy shit, like glitch in the Matrix and all this stuff. But now it's like I've sent in my story, and they haven't like my story's more. Is better than that. I should tell it on here.
Okay, so
Anyways,
what
but
got you into being a dispatcher?
so he is a dispatcher.
Yes, he's been
Yeah,
a dispatcher
still am,
for
yeah.
20.
So this is what
24
started
years, yeah.
your love for or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I started when I was 20 years old, and I had literally the way I got into it to start it out. Like I was working, believe it or not, as a tuxedo salesman.
Nice.
Before that, and what is wrong with you? ADHD? Yeah.
Never.
Come on, faux pas right there.
What happens?
It's always Keela, never me.
Yeah. Have you got a drink? Can you spill that too?
Give me a second, Brandon. One thing at a time. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Okay, so you were a dispatcher. You were sold
Tuxedos.
yes.
Yeah. And I had a trip scheduled to go to Europe, and like I had it all paid for and everything like that, and I was ready to go. A week before I was going to go, somebody quit, and they were like, "We're going to cancel your vacation." I was like, "No, I'm just going to quit." So went on my vacation, came back, and I was like, "All right, I need a job." And my dad, he worked for the sheriff's department at the time, and
Yeah.
like it like completely separate, and I asked him, I was like, "Do you know of any jobs?" And he's like, "Well, I mean, you might have the right temperament to be a 911 dispatcher." And I was like, "I'll give it a shot," and it just kind of stuck. So
It makes total sense that you're a dispatcher with your even keel.
yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Now, was that
Not
here in
me.
Nashville or?
Yeah, no, like Nashville. So
Okay. So you grew up here in Nashville?
yeah, I was born in Nashville. So
Oh, Mount Juliet.
no, in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But-
Where did you get that from?
Because you and Stacy went
Those. Well, yeah, I went to school. I graduated there. Yeah.
Yeah. Stacy Chun Fun.
Yeah.
We later found out that one of my besties they went to school together.
They know each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think I've seen her maybe once since high school. I mean, we're friends on Facebook too, but I mean, just like everybody is. From
Yeah.
So you don't think me, the ADHD, chaotic, extreme emotional person would be a good dispatcher, or do you think I would be really good at it?
No, I think it'd be really fun to watch.
Yes. Because I'm like, oh
Really
my God,
fun. Yeah.
get out! Yeah, that's me. I'm going to be screaming into the thing like, run!
Yeah.
There's no calm about me at all, ever. So,
You should be a
I definitely
multitasker.
can.
yes. And I'm obviously not that either. Like, I would do the talking, you could do the typing. I'll tell you what to like,
Yeah.
I could never, like, it's like brain surgery to me to even watch shows, how they're so, like, calm and all the things. And I'm like, oh, God, not me. Yeah.
Especially Trent, what is
I'm so emotional, like super emotional. Not like crybaby, but like I get,
I
riled
don't know
up.
that I should have sat in the middle of my next
Right.
little
I
break.
know. I was
Because,
just going to say, do you want to change seats with me?
Yes, you can.
No, we're good.
Because
Because we
I was
won't look at
watching
each other
you.
if you-
Because they're gonna,
I felt like
Trent's
you were
gonna have
at
to mess with the
Wimbledon
cameras again.
earlier.
We're not gonna do all that.
right,
So yeah, I'll just,
and you saw his anger issues. We don't want to stir that up.
Shut up.
I'll find a bag
don't
of
wanna
ice to put on my
flare
neck
that
after
up.
this. Yeah.
I do we'll pay your copay tomorrow.
Yes,
Exactly.
chiropractor. Bless your heart. So, obviously, you're a good dispatcher.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, they've kept you employed, and you're not the
Yeah.
janitor there, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. No, I don't want to be a janitor. That sucks.
Where do you get your stories for your podcast?
Just a mix. I mean, I go out like searching for them. Like they're not all from Nashville. I mean, in fact, hardly any of them are from Nashville.
Right.
I'll look for, good news articles or something like that, or I'll find out about a crime somewhere else, and I'll, either request it through a FOIA request, or, if there's already, I like them when they're already released. The 911 calls. That makes it a lot easier, and I try to make my show like a. What's a good like a theme for each episode?
Yeah.
I don't always do that, but sometimes I do. Sometimes
Right.
I'll have 3 or 4 different 911 calls on one episode. Sometimes I'll have one that'll cover I'll have enough information to have a full episode with just one incident. And,
Right, and you research it, the incident.
yeah,
and
I do everything for my show. Like nobody.
Yeah.
I do the research, the writing, because I write out a script for my show.
Right.
And all the editing, all the recording. I've set up all my stuff. So yeah, I mean.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
You're a
everything.
one-man show.
Yeah, and now that I've been talking about doing video, I'm like, that's even more. And
Right.
it takes forever to do an episode. Like seriously, from start to finish, my episodes, some of them on the low end about 20 hours to do one half-hour episode, and on the high end it could be closer to 40.
Yeah, you need somebody to help
We
you.
know a
Yeah.
producer.
Yeah, he's mean as hell and he's hateful, but he'll get stuff done. Well, he'll do whatever you ask him to do, really. But
I
yeah,
love you keep up, man. I'm like, it's a lot of shit,
he doesn't like to edit. So if you're wanting that, he doesn't like to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I actually do kind of like a one take type thing. So I'll take one, sentence or two or something like that, and I'm done. If I don't like it, I'll just go back and re-record it. So
Yeah.
my editing is usually pretty easy. But
That's good. That is good. That's smarter than us. We just gab and gab and gab, and then we're like, "Can you cut that out?" And he's like, "No." And we're like, "Shit."
Okay, so is there tests and stuff to be a dispatcher, or
Yeah.
you just so I'm sure you don't apply. You have to have.
Well, you have to apply.
I mean,
long application process. I mean, like the actual written application, I think is like 25 pages or something like that.
Holy shit!
It's crazy.
Yeah, they want to know everything about you. They want to know who your third grade teacher was.
Damn.
Not joking. Seriously, go way, way back.
And I'm sure
every
they do
address
like
you
a
lived
mental-
at.
Psych out, eval,
Yeah.
something.
eval or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was different for me when I started. Now they've got other tests that you have
Right.
to pass. But when I started, you had to type 30 words a minute and pass a psych eval. Drug test, and then
When you said psych eval, I was out, then drug test,
So
he
when
was
you're
out.
actually in the middle of the 911 call, you got your
Yeah.
computer, so you're typing it out. But do you have people that are beside you, telling you
Right, and also-
helping you out?
No, wait. Also,
Or listening,
you
or-
don't hear on the 911 calls when you're telling the cops. So what's that? You push a button and it
Well, no, we actually some of the smaller places, they do that. They're hold on a second while they're on the phone, and they have to talk to the cops on the way.
Right.
Whereas you either only do phones or you're on the radio with the officers, because you couldn't do both in Nashville. There's no way you could.
So
do
wait,
both.
now what? So you're on the phone and then somebody else is telling the cops.
Yeah.
So what are you typing it to them?
Yeah.
Okay. I always wondered about that. I'm like, well, who the hell's telling the cops? Because I never hear them stop talking. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
They don't stop talking. That's why you couldn't take phone calls with it.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
And I guess there's a certain standard of what you say to each
Oh, yeah.
specific type of call, so you don't
Yeah.
tell them the wrong thing. Or
Oh, yeah,
I know
I
I've
mean,
listened to a
it's-
couple of yours where.
When you choose to earn your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University, you're saying yes to new opportunities. and to new adventures. You're saying yes to something big, something you've always wanted to do. If earning your degree is one of your goals this new year, SNHU can help you get there. With low online tuition, no set class times, and multiple term starts per year, you can set the pace that works for you and save money along the way. Visit snhu.edu today to get started.
Parents, did you know that only 50% of U.S. adults are financially literate? Millions of people don't fully understand how to manage money, and it's up to you to not let your kids grow up into that statistic. With Greenlight's educational money app and parent-controlled debit card, you can teach them how to earn, save, and invest wisely. The earlier they learn, the better prepared they'll be to manage their money and build a financially secure life. Give your kids the financial edge they need. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast. That's greenlight.com/podcast.
Oh, what was the one I listened to where the lady...
I don't think I've got too many that's like from me,
the lady had said something or told him to do something, and then dispatcher was getting blamed for it. I can't remember.
Well, remember the lady that was really mean and like basically told the woman that was drowning in the car?
Oh, everybody hates that one.
Oh, dear.
Yes,
that was
I think
awful.
Maybe that's one. And
Yeah.
Bad Dispatcher. That was the name of the episode. And like, that is the most hated episode I've done, but everybody wants to listen to it. It's
Well, yeah, because
horrible.
it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. Can't believe it.
Have you ever gone back and interviewed the dispatcher for the show?
Yeah, a couple times. I mean, from people that I work with, I've had a couple of people I work with on the show. One woman, actually pretty close to after she started, helped deliver a baby on the side of the interstate.
Oh, nice.
Over the telephone. Just some other stuff. When the tornado came through Nashville, had a couple of people that were there for that on.
Yeah.
And then just some of the other people just talking about stuff too. Like you were talking about Brittany Murphy a while ago. One of the other
but hold on a
dispatchers.
second, because how do you help deliver a baby on the side of the road? Like, what are you saying?
I guess you
Push.
tell them.
I mean,
Yeah, when you have a contraction, push.
So So if you were to be on the side of the interstate and walk up on somebody that's having a baby, do you know what to do?
No. So you're going to call and the dispatcher's going to tell you what the hell.
We have to tell them what to do.
but, So were y'all like Googling what to do? Or
No, see, they know.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm sure you do training every year, like for,
I mean, we do training all the time.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
It depends on what it's for, but like that's medical training. For the type of training the stuff we can do to actually help over the telephone,
Y'all are like a doctor, a psychologist.
Yeah.
Is there anything that like stumps you that you're like,
I mean, I'm kind of stumped right now, but
right. Yeah, I totally get that.
He's ready to call 911.
like I need some help right now.
Okay, go ahead about the Brittany Murphy. We'll talk about all the
I
haven't thought about that in a while, so you might stump me on that one.
Well, I just with all the P. Diddy crap coming out, and then the pneumonia, people dying of pneumonia, and her and her husband, and her mom didn't die, did he? No, the mom's still alive.
Somebody else in the house too? Was it 3 people in that same?
Did her mom die? I don't even know. I know it was her.
Later on, maybe, but not then.
I know it was her and her. She died, and then her husband died. They all died of pneumonia.
Yes.
And then the P. Diddy shit, and then everybody getting poisoned, and he tried to kill Jamie Foxx. I don't know what's true and not true, but supposedly he's killing these people, making them think they have pneumonia or
who?
Like Kim Porter, his wife.
Right.
Yeah, Diddy. He's like behind all the people.
All the ones that die of pneumonia.
Well, Brittany Murphy, Ashton Kutcher, and then it's almost like she knew things that they didn't want her to know. And
I mean, maybe I didn't.
yeah.
No, I've been reading some of the P. Diddy stuff, and I've read like
come back to, like,
there's a lot of the
him
court
being
documents that have been released, and I've read probably 3 or 4 of those, and they're like, 50, 70 pages each. And
what the hell?
Yeah.
I mean, what is wrong with people? I just want to say, what is wrong with people?
Yeah.
I mean, once you get enough money, I guess you get bored with doing stuff, and like, let's push the envelope.
I mean, here we are sitting here trying to just get a sponsor for a damn meal, and he's got so much money that
he's just like offing people. Just like, I don't like them. Let them die of pneumonia.
Or who the hell just is like, I think I need to order, 5 million gallons of baby oil.
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with people?
Yeah. That's bizarre to me. That's so bizarre to me that you would have that much money to be able to just waste it. Money. Yeah. I do believe that, and I think that's one reason why they want to ban TikTok too, is because...
let's say allegedly.
Yeah, for educational purposes.
You don't think they'll ban TikTok?
No, I mean, they're reasoning for it. They might try to get it done, but like the biggest thing is that it's being housed and still in China. They've like TikTok has started buying offices, one of which is in Nashville. So once they actually get to a point where they can set that up. It's probably going to be before their deadline or whatever like that. They'll just switch it over and whatever law they had to make, it's going to.
Why are they? I don't even know why they want to.
Because they make so much money and they're not giving the United States anything. But it's but us, the United States is the one that we're the. I mean, I'm not saying we're the bigger creators or whatever, but we're right. Is that what it is? Like they're making so much money off of us people in the United States, but they're not giving the United States a cut of the money.
Now they've teamed up with Amazon. I mean,
they're not stupid, but I think that that's probably one reason why.
The main thing they say is privacy concerns, and
it's Chinese spyware.
Yeah,
it really is.
I mean, what are you gonna get from me? I got $116, so come get it.
No, there are literally people in China that are trying to keep up with you right now, and they're jumping off of stuff. So,
what do you mean jumping off of stuff like buildings?
Cliffs and buildings and stuff like that because they can't keep up with you. They're like, we're trying. We're trying to follow her cookies and all her algorithms and stuff like that. Yeah. And they're like, no.
Yes. And that's. I mean, so I'm doing the Lord's work.
Yeah.
The
China supercomputers trying to keep up with it, and they're like, no, can't do it.
Well, I think with social media, regardless, you're not going to be able to not have them keeping up with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're doing it everywhere.
But it's China. That's the difference.
No, that's what I'm saying, though. But they're going to keep up with us, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Google, whatever. You know what I mean?
But all of those are American companies. They've been doing that. The fact that it's Chinese spyware, like it's a national threat. Honestly, it really is. Like I've been listening to people talk about that for a long time. Like it's.
So what about all this AI? Is that incorporated in it?
Yeah.
Because this Johnny Forster Filipino guy who been scamming me on the Hawk Tour girl motherfucker.
Let's talk about that.
What's his name?
Her agent is Johnny Forster, and that's who he said he was.
Oh wow!
But I started getting weary when he kept.
We dodged a bullet on that one.
Yeah, we did. But he kept saying, "Ma."
Yeah,
and I'm like, is he calling me ma'am or
I got
I'm
info
sorry.
on that. Sorry.
I got scammed.
So
September. No,
the Hawk Tour girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Keela wanted to have her on the show. Mm-hmm. So Keela reached, you like Googled it, went to her, found her people.
No, she was on Facebook. We bought our hats and our shirts from her. And then I was like, we would love to have you on the podcast. And she was like, well, here's my manager's name, Johnny Forster, with Penthouse Life Agency. And she gave me his email and was like, reach out to him. So I did. And this is, it's forever ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then, to scam somebody, hell, he played his cards right. Because he's been talking to me since it's before Christy died.
Mm-hmm. So August.
Yeah, so the early August. And then
he asked for $6,000 for her to be on our podcast. And we're like, bitch, we don't have two pennies to rub together, so I'm not real sure. We got a hug and a high five. That's all. And
we'll buy her dinner.
And we'll buy you dinner at Chewy's next door, but that's all we got. And he was like, okay, I understand. And then backed off. And then he just randomly messaged you.
And then I was like, do people charge to be on your podcast? Like,
some do.
Is that normal?
Absolutely.
Well, then he sent me the song email and was like, usually you're giving them a service of advertising, so no, but sometimes people do require, for their service if they're offering a service. And I'm like, well, that makes sense. Well,
then we said, well, is she going to clean the building afterwards if she's offering that service?
Well, then he come down to what, 2,000, I think.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's still a no. We're still just getting off. We're not going to pay for, somebody for a guest.
She literally lives,
then I said,
45 minutes from here.
Yeah. Because it was travel, and I'm like,
$2,000 for travel.
I'm like, Ashley comes here, she drives further than you ever.
And I was like, I'll pick her up on the way. Like, hell, she don't know travel. I hope she can hold my purse.
But even Kelby, Kelby.
Yes, I know her boyfriend.
And so when I reached out and I was like, my co-host knows Kelby, which is the Hot to a Girl's boyfriend, and he was like, oh, that is so funny. She's going to be so excited. Just went with it. Mm-hmm. And hell, I was pretending to be Ashley.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. So you scammed him too, so that's good. At least you got a little bit of a scam on him, motherfucker. Anyways, he texts back and said she'll come for free, but we're going to do a $200
refundable
earnest money, make sure that we're legit. And Keela tried to send it.
I did. I tried to send it. And then it got weird. Then he was like, after I tried to Venmo him, and then it was like, well, are you going to send me the money? And I was like, well, yeah, I just tried. It's not going through, well, why is that? And I'm like,
I'll drive it to you if that's okay.
And then he's like,
you may just mail you a check.
And then he was like, he said something, and then it's ended the sentence with Ma. Like, are you sending the money, Ma? And I'm like,
the fuck?
Maybe he was saying ma'am, and
yeah, it cut off.
Then I'm like, why the fuck is he calling me ma'am? He called me ma'am this whole time.
Yeah.
And then I finally was like, this is kind of getting weird, Well, then I emailed him because I had him on email, and I said, can you tell me, or I I said, am I talking to you right now? And on text, and he was like, yeah, you are, because it was like Laney Cheney USA was the Venmo. And I'm like, okay, well, my cousin is a baseball player. He's got a weird Venmo, and they don't put his house in his name because they don't want him to know.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, we do that so to protect her privacy. And I'm like, okay, I get that. And I'm like, okay. So I'm still trying to send him the damn money. And then one of my Venmos, when I typed in $200, like below it, it said like almost like a Filipino currency. And I'm like, that is strange.
Oh, that I did. Yeah, I didn't.
And so I backed off of it, and then I was like, "Yeah, Ashley said she would just take Kelby's brother the money." Yeah, and then he was like, "What? I don't understand." And I was like,
it's a scam.
Do you have a lot of people call you over the telephone with odd accents from the Social Security company?
No, I don't answer those.
No, are you sure?
No, this was a text message, Brandon, and it had the same email.
Yeah, they need your Apple gift cards. They need you to go out and put money on
Go to the store and get all they have.
Well, then while messaging them, I got on the Penthouse Life, and I found the email, and I was like, "Hey, I'm talking to Haley Welch's manager, Johnny Forster. Please tell me that I'm talking to you. I've been talking to you since like August." He was like, "No, ma'am, you're being scammed."
Gosh.
The hell?
Yep.
Damn. And then I got back on that app, and this little man popped up and deleted all the messages.
What? What was it? Telegram?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But after I talked to Johnny Forster on the email, I had gone through and screen recorded.
Oh, good.
All of the text messages and sent that in the email. And then I was like, "You little bastard, think you got me." And then I went back on the email and was like, "Oh, we never got the contract. Are you going to send it?" And then he was like, "Oh, we're trying to work something out." I'm like,
fucker.
Little
sorry. Get a real job. Yeah.
I hate scammers.
Yeah. So
Motherfucker. Okay. I hope you stump your toe, and I hope on Christmas you get sick as a dog.
Yep.
On your Christmas dinner.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So Keela did try to get
pretend Johnny Forster.
Because we found out that she was dating a guy from my hometown, and he went to school with my kid. So I mean, I cut his hair all through high school and middle school until he went off to college or whatever. And then I saw his brother at First Watch the other day, and I thought, do I say something because she's acting like me? And I don't know what she's what she said to the guy. So I didn't. I talked to the guy that was with him. I just said, "Hey, how are y'all?" and left. But I was like, I don't know what he looked like. I don't know. So I just, and then thought, thank God I didn't, because he'd have been like, "What the hell are you talking about?" Right? Because we wasn't even talking to the right people. So it worked out. But yeah, she did get scammed for that. Mm-hmm. But that's okay.
I'm really glad he didn't get any money, did he?
No.
All right, good. That's at least something.
Yes.
No.
So. Okay, what?
Sorry.
Let's get back on your life of being a dispatcher.
Yeah.
What's the craziest or the call that's really stuck to you?
I usually don't tell that because people are they always want to hear that, and then after I say it, they're like, I didn't really want to hear that.
Yeah, then that's fine. Yeah. Go to the next one. Or go to one that is memorable for you.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll try to think of something from last week, because seriously, I've been 24 years. I figured out one time that between taking calls and processing them on radio, I've probably taken over 1 million calls the time I've been there.
Does it take a toll on you mentally?
Anymore.
Or you have a block you?
Yeah, I mean, I can separate it. I mean, I talked about this on a different interview, I don't know, a couple months ago, something like that. A lot of people can't shut off stuff.
Yeah, me, right.
So I took a call from a guy who was saying, my brother's inside the house. He's threatening to kill himself. He's got a samurai sword. He's got it up against his chest. He's ready to stab himself with it. And it was right at the end of my shift. That was the last call I was going to take for the day. And I stayed on the phone with him until the police got there. I hung up, and guess what I did? Went home. I had no clue what happened.
Oh.
So, it's my job. I did my part of the job.
Yeah.
And once I'm through with my part of the job, that's it.
And honestly, that's probably healthy, because if you didn't, it's like a psychologist. They say that they have the highest suicide rates because they carry everybody's problems. So
yeah, maybe, I don't know. You think about it, if you have somebody pick up somebody in an ambulance, the paramedics, they take them to the hospital. Once they drop them off and do the paperwork,
right, they're done.
Are they going back out to check on them? No, they got doctors.
Well, according to the one, they do night watch on A&E.
I don't have cable.
So has it gotten crazy with all these bachelorette parties and stuff downtown Nashville?
Oh,
Wait,
that's-
are you Nashville or Murfreesboro?
Yeah, Nashville area. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
okay.
it's
I
not-
thought you were Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, have you seen like a difference in the?
Not me. I don't work during those hours. So
Okay, so that'd be the nighttime.
yeah, but I've been downtown.
Like you
during
weren't
that
working
stuff
when
and
Morgan
like-
Wallen like
Threw
was
the-
trying to pick that chair up for that lady and dropped it over the.
Yeah, accidentally was being a good citizen.
No idea about that.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't even know what we're talking about. But I thought you worked here in Murfreesboro. So you
And see,
actually,
y'all keep on like throwing out these country. I don't listen to country music.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean I know of
Jelly
Morgan
Roll
Wallen.
ain't country. Well, he
Yeah.
is now, but
Yeah, I mean
I'm not a. I
don't
don't
know seriously a
I'm
single
not-
song from either
I don't
one.
listen to new music much at all, except for. I mean, I really don't. I listen to books and podcasts because I'm really smart and intelligent, you know. So, anyways,
Trent just starts laughing.
I know my brain's really big,
Yeah.
and so like, yeah, I can't really do music all the time. But, anyways, wait. Oh wait, you were there for the Christmas Day bombing?
Yeah,
You were?
yeah, I was working that day.
I watched that like live, like it was like a I don't know.
I don't think you watched it live. I mean,
Well, no, what? No, we're not like there.
there
But
were
I was
like,
like, I was
18
still,
people downtown, including the bomber. So I don't
well,
think
no,
you were
but
there.
like when it came through, I was like, Hagen, I think something like is, and it was like, you know, breaking news, whatever. We'll
Oh,
give you
yeah.
more in a minute. And I'm like, normally I'm just like everything just goes over my head and whatever. But
Yeah.
I was like, this may be important.
that
And
was my first Christmas with the siblings.
oh, nice, nice.
I
Yeah,
think
that
I
was-
text you about it,
You might have. I
and I
don't know
couldn't
if I
get through
replied
because the
back.
phones weren't working.
Yeah,
Nice.
it messed up all the phone lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So, do you think that I'm going to ask this? Are you like cold hearted because you don't like, or you're
Sometimes.
not empathetic? Like, do you think you're desensitized because? of
Yeah,
the
I don't
job?
think it's like while I'm on the phone with them, I'll give everybody the help they need. You know, absolutely. Once I'm done with the phone call,
It's over.
yeah, unless it's something that's going to continue like while I'm there and I can help out with. You know, but like I said, there's always another call coming in afterwards. So
Yeah.
you can't sit and dwell on it. There's somebody else needs help.
Right. That makes
Yeah.
sense. That does make sense. But, So, really, like an empathetic person that'd be a really hard job for somebody like that. That
Well,
carries.
no, there's a level of it. There's a level of empathy that
well, yeah,
goes
you
along
have to have
with it, but
some, or
yeah.
you'd be an ass, and
Yeah. No, I mean,
You'd be on the bad
and see,
dispatcher.
that's just it. Like a lot of people, sometimes some people might think that I'm an ass, but like I'm to the point. It depends on what the call is. If it's somebody that, you know, the other day there was a woman that called in. She wanted to report something that happened a few days before. She wanted to talk to the police, but she had COVID, and you know she's like, I don't want to give it to the police. And I stayed on the phone with her, and then after it was over, I was like, I hope you get feeling better. You know, that's something that didn't require a lot of time,
Right.
a lot of effort and stuff like that. But if you have somebody that's like calling in, and they've got like a shooting going on, and the suspect just left, you know, they're running down the street or something like that. We don't have time to do that. We've got officers on the way that could catch the suspect. You know, I don't need to hear all the screaming. Calm down. Give me what I need. I'll be an asshole about it because I want to catch the suspect and help the victim.
Yeah.
You know, so it depends on the call.
yeah.
When you choose to earn your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University, you're saying yes to new opportunities and to new adventures. You're saying yes to something big, something you've always wanted to do. If earning your degree is one of your goals this new year, SNHU can help you get there. With low online tuition, no set class times, and multiple term starts per year, you can set the pace that works for you and save money along the way. Visit snhu.edu today to get started.
Parents, did you know that only 50% of U.S. adults are financially literate? Millions of people don't fully understand how to manage money, and it's up to you to not let your kids grow up into that statistic. With Greenlight's educational money app and parent-controlled debit card, you can teach them how to earn, save, and invest wisely. The earlier they learn, the better prepared they'll be to manage their money and build a financially secure life. Give your kids the financial edge they need. Sign up for Greenlight today at greenlight.com/podcast. That's greenlight.com/podcast.
So somebody might listen and say, why wasn't he doing it? Well, because I was trying to catch the suspect. I was trying to help the victim. Like,
Yeah.
we don't need all the extra right now.
I've had to get like smart with dispatch because they're like,
Because you call the police all the time.
no, I'm not, no, but
I was like, I don't think I've ever called a 911.
what? You haven't?
No.
Oh, I've had to call several times. But one time, like my ex-husband was coming to, or he was beating on the back door with a baseball bat, and I was like, and the lady's like, calm down. I'm like, bitch, you calm down. There's a motherfucker out there with a baseball bat. Like, if he gets through the door.
I think I've had 911 called on me.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, she kept saying, like, and I was like, you're asking dumb questions. Quit asking dumb questions. Like, let me ask you.
I promise you, they're not dumb questions.
Well, they end up passing the house, and I was like, should I be flashing the lights? And she's like, oh, well, yeah. Well, bitch, we could have been talking about this the whole time. You was asking me to calm down. Like, so, because I was way off the road, and I was like, they're not going to know, where I'm at because the mailbox is weird and whatever. It was a rental house. And anyways.
I really can't see you not being calm.
No. I'm never calm.
But I don't know. I just think I wouldn't be calm either, though.
It depends on what it is. I mean,
yeah, because I would be scared to death. Especially if a woman called in that was getting beat by a man, I'd be like, that motherfucker. Where do you live? I'm coming.
Shoot his ass.
I'm coming to you,
Yeah, and
I'm gonna whoop his ass when I get there.
and unfortunately, that's like I'll take 3 or 4 of those calls every single day.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
How many calls do you think you take during a day?
If I'm on the phones and it's like a normal day, probably a little bit over 100, sometimes more than that.
Jesus.
Like just me, like that's yeah.
And you normally do the phones, or you normally do the ones that's
Both, like
you do both.
Yeah.
Is that do they switch y'all out for? Yeah, that makes sense. So you don't get carpal tunnel.
And yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, that too, yeah.
I can't even. I ain't answering the phone at work. I'm like, damn, I know you need an eye appointment. Stop calling.
We're the same way. Sometimes we're like, oh, didn't make it. That sucks. Then they call right back, and I'm like, love it. But anyways, that's really
That
interesting.
ringing of a phone though would drive me crazy in itself.
Oh
being in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
You probably
that's
don't even hear phones ring.
No, I remember when I first started, I was on midnight shift. I think my first month in training, and you were answering so many phone calls, and I remember like waking myself up, having a dream, saying 911 emergency.
Yeah.
You know, waking myself up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually back when people had home phones, I answered the phone like that one time.
Right.
Not even thinking about it.
I'm sure because I mean I do it with my cell phone, or I answer my shop phone with hello, and I'm like, oh, sister, sorry. Like I totally forget. That makes total
Sisters
sense.
with scissors.
Yeah, we don't even. I don't even say that. It's too much
We
of a
cut
tongue.
you.
We just say, sisters, can I help you? Mm-mm. Let's see. Your podcast is weekly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do weekly. Well, this, in the middle of changing like studios and stuff like that. It's not going weekly, but I'm re-releasing old episodes. So.
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Do you like give a? We did a little clip just in case we can't make it one week because we don't have any in the vault right now. So just saying, like, please enjoy this past episode. Yeah. Whatever. How many followers do you have? Like? Podcasts don't have like followers.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Yeah. Do you have social media?
Yeah.
You do, like Instagram and Facebook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't keep up with them. It's like I really should do a lot more, but it's so hard to with everything else.
So much stuff, because podcasting's not.
Why don't you find somebody to do it and we'll go in with you and help?
Yeah.
We need somebody for social.
That's crazy.
Why are you
how much
over there? He's over there going,
You need to share your own shit.
We don't have time. Well, Keela does because she's getting scammed and stuff, but she's a very
take
big
a little bit
social
less time trying
I
to
know.
do that. Yeah.
Well, I was trying to book
a celebrity.
guest.
Talk about a scammer.
Oh,
She going to jail, yo.
yes,
Who?
I know about
Who?
this. I was about to text you.
Talk to her.
For what?
The crypto scam.
The crypto scam.
I don't. I have no.
Almost.
We dodged the bullet.
So we could probably get her on here now for real.
No, we don't want her.
I almost
We
sent
don't
you
want her.
What's a crypto scan?
So they had this like.
Let me tell you
It's
how I
called
know
Meta.
about crypto. Hold
Meta.
on.
You
I
just
know
said
about
crypto scan with an N.
Oh, sorry.
She's old. She's a grandmother.
Yeah.
Brendan.
Shut the fuck up.
It's like this.
I know about
the hot
crypto
tuber
from
girl was trying
Brandon.
to scan me.
Because you told me
Yeah,
about it, and I've only
yeah.
bought like a little bit of it on Venmo. Is it a scam?
No,
No, not all of it.
No.
Okay.
So
There's legitimate reasons for
it was
some
called
of
like
it.
Meta Money or
I buy, like,
something. Meta
$20 here,
something.
$20 there, 'cause I'm
Yeah, I
like-
used to. I hadn't
and
done
then-
it in a while. Yeah.
She was endorsing
I got too
it.
busy. I was.
And then you have
She made her own coin.
What you're supposed to do with it.
She made a Bitcoin, right?
No.
Well,
She
like
made
a,
her own coin on this.
She
thing.
made her own coin.
Yes. Literally, it went really high, took all the money, and the coin crashed. And she's like probably going to go to jail.
Yeah, it was a pump and dump with a rug.
Like
pull,
Ashley
yeah.
and I could make our own coin.
Yes.
yeah, and we could go to prison.
Yeah.
And I don't want to.
We can make ourselves rich.
Yeah.
No. No, it's a terrible idea.
I don't even know enough about it. Like
I don't
say,
either, but I knew that.
Brandon told me about crypto when I met him, and then
See, this is what needs to happen. Like, y'all need to have your show, right? There needs to be 5 more of Trent's, like,
Yes.
surrounding y'all. Say, no, don't do that. No, that's not.
Yes,
not
and that's
that
why we
either.
have
Like,
husbands, Brandon,
my
because
husband,
we would literally be.
him and Trent on the same page.
Yeah, my husband too. He's like, he's never even met Trent, but he knows, like, he knows.
I met Hagen Trent.
Yep.
Did you?
Yes.
I want to meet Hagen really bad.
The infamous Hagen, yeah. Like, he knows because I've told him, like, oh, Trent's, like, he's real calm. He's like, okay, good. Because if I would have said high energy, he'd be like, nope, not doing that. Because y'all going to have some dumbass ideas and you're going to follow through with it. Today, for instance, we had plumbers come because, we had the flood, whatever. Well, I'm holding this because it's falling over. It's like limp. Anyways,
I know. I'm just waiting for you to bust out in song.
I know.
Over.
I don't want to. It won't. It's like stripped out or something. We had
that's fine.
a plumber come
Just lean
today
it towards her.
because
Stop moving around.
if it
too.
hits my teeth, I promise you.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
no,
She paid
you know
good
how
money
much,
for
you know how
them.
much money's in these teeth. Plumber comes today to change the hot water valve for my wash machine because it's leaking, so we had to cut that off, right? Well, then he says, well, since this house was built in like 1997, have y'all ever thought about changing out the plumbing to the Flex, Plex, Pex, whatever? I don't know. I said, yes, my husband has. I don't know. Call him. He's like, okay, because we did talk about that when the house flooded. So anyways, while Hagen's on the phone with him, I'm asking the little guy that works with him, I'm like, so how much more expensive would it be for us to put our laundry room in the garage so I can get it out of my kitchen and make me a bigger kitchen? And the guy's like, oh, no, not much money, and like it's not a big job. So I'm like, okay, can we go ahead and put that on the docket too and then as the guy's telling Hagen, like, so we're gonna pull all of the old PVC out and
Time
do
to take
it.
a breath.
I said, Hagen, can we put the laundry room in the garage? He's like, he's on the phone. He's like, we're not gonna talk about that right now. I was like, but we need to talk about that because I want to do that. And then they get through all of it, and the guy's like, okay, so it's gonna be like $7,000 for this. And I was like, are y'all putting the laundry room? And he was like, no, your husband didn't agree to that. I was like, my husband sucks. And he's still on the phone. And Hagen's like, do you want to do laundry in 110-degree weather when it's hot outside? I was like, I haven't thought about that. I don't care about that. But what I care about is having more counter space. And the guy was like, he is right, ma'am. Like, it's not insulated out there. And I was like, y'all suck. So this is why my husband doesn't let me make decisions, because I would have had he not been on the phone with him, I would have had them move my laundry room outside and probably would have demoed the wall by myself today. Because I feel like YouTube would have showed me what to do. And I come from a long line of drywallers, so I feel like it should be in the blood.
Brandon.
Yes.
Can we get back to Brandon?
No, I was gonna,
I'm just telling you, but this is why we have to have people like.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, the whole, how like
He's so flustered.
computers and stuff like that, it gets like you feed it so much information, it gets backed up. Like, my computer is going to process this completely probably by 2026.
Yeah. Well, let me know
like-
then if you think it's a good
Like,
idea.
you went from like YouTube to more counter space to washing in 110-degree weather, and like it's
Right. Yes, and see that, so you understand the struggle that my life is. That's my brain all the time.
Yeah, I guess.
And my husband's.
I guess.
And my husband's struggle.
I feel like,
But I have good ideas like that all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you've started a new podcast.
I did, but like it's hard to keep up with. So, like with all the other stuff, I mean,
What was the new one?
Southern Sleep Stories.
Oh, what's that? Like
Right.
folklore?
No, I read old stories really slowly with background, like meditation background music. So
people can fall asleep to
yeah,
it.
it like literally lets you fall asleep to it. Like it just, after 30 or so minutes, I'm done with my reading, and the music over the course of an hour and a half fades away to nothing.
Keela, you might like that.
That's genius. Dude,
Keela falls asleep
your
to
voice.
audiobooks.
I got to give you props, man. Your voice
Yes.
is made for
TV. I'm saying.
podcasting and
radio. Yep.
and dispatch.
I know. I love to read all the reviews on your podcast because
Yeah.
all the women are like, his voice is so soothing.
Yeah, that's perfect. And doing a sleepy time, man.
Yeah,
That might catch on.
Would that
Well, I got to start doing more episodes. I think I did like 11 or 12 episodes, and it was around this past CrimeCon where I was like, okay, I've got too much stuff going on. Like this is taking up too much
what else
time.
you could do? My daughter, did I tell you this already? She was talking about somebody needed to read old court cases. You could read like the
there are
Diddy
people
court case really slow.
We'll see people do. There are people that like they literally find instruction manuals and they'll read them word for word to do the same thing.
Yeah.
So
put you to sleep. You should do positive affirmations. to put people to sleep.
I gotta have one, so
Right. I can help you with that. But that podcast shouldn't take as much effort, right? Because you're not like.
No, I mean it's kind of the same thing. Like finding because I was doing short stories and stuff, and like I'm doing stuff that was in the public domain, so you can like legally read it and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And those are all stories that are like from the 1800s and stuff, and a lot of them that are short enough. Like finding one that's short enough to read, that's not going to take too much time to do it, and that's in English.
It's the research part of that part is the hardest part.
That plus, I mean, just. Like I said, my recording time. I mean, I'll read a sentence or two. If I don't get it right, I'll go back and re-record it.
Right.
It's just over and over again. So
I hate that you don't suffer with ADHD because we don't have shit. We don't do any kind of research, and we just come in here and just talking shit.
Yeah.
That researched.
Well, yes, Keela does this, this part, but like it's not.
I'm a little less ADD than her.
Yes. Yeah, but I do like to have grand ideas about things. That's why I can't be let loose by myself for too long.
Yeah, Trent, you need to be more part of their lives in general, I think, just to...
Why are you putting me in there with her?
I don't know, Filipino scam.
Because you know why? Because I'm the thinker and she's the doer, so she's the one that I'm like, Keela, make this happen, and she's a persistent bullshit.
Have y'all ever actually thought about that too, though? Like what she's famous for in the first place?
Yeah, exactly.
Which is why I was
I hate to really put anybody on blast at all.
I only wanted her because she's local. And then,
Did you want her before that, though?
No, I didn't know she was before.
Well, and that's what I said, because I have toddlers now, and I was like, I can't wear the shirt because I have toddlers, and I don't want them to think that, I'm running a whorehouse out of that with my baby. So I was
all you have to do is talk about anything at all for like 5 minutes, and they forget it.
The toddlers?
Yeah,
true. But
and I really, she just said that. I say shit all the time that I probably shouldn't say.
But you went deeper and seen interviews.
Then I'm like, hell, I don't even think she had ever spent on anything at that point. Like,
she just said it.
Her, it ain't like she was.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't either. I didn't
really. I think she was like just a quiet girl, and I mean, I kind of wanted to have her own to say, maybe less is more. Let's not talk about something.
No, I'm sure she stood front and center in her church choir. I mean,
shut up, ass clown. And she was raised by her granny. Her mama's a crackhead. I mean, we kind of relate.
So we
to
do
her
have we do relate to that.
I mean, and I still relate to her. I mean,
and I wanted to hear her story,
so.
not that story, but like her childhood, like that stuff. Because
I want to hear about that too. I mean, I still want to hear about it. And I mean, I don't know shit about crypto, so it wasn't my coin.
She might go to jail.
I did hear that, and I was meant to message you and tell you.
I think I might have seen something. I don't know. I really probably didn't.
You meant to message her, but then you saw a squirrel and.
No, what happened was I was listening to a really good audio book, and I was like, I'm gonna do that as soon as I get to, and I didn't get done because then I text Keela and said, can I buy more audiobooks with your account? And I did.
I'll Venmo you.
Yes, I did. I Venmo'd her because I was like, oh, Keela, I'm on Keela's audiobook thing because I'm cheap and whatever, and this book she had on there, I listened to it and I was like, oh, I love that book. I love the author. So I went and bought all the books.
You'd be good at reading books on Audible too.
Have you thought about that? Because they do have, that's a good opportunity if you ever got.
Yeah, if you want to work for, reading the book for about a week and a half straight and make $75 from it,
That's all they make.
If you get picked up, yeah.
You would definitely get picked up though, because there's times that
I don't think you heard the first part of that though.
I did, but
you work for a week and a half and make about $75 from it.
We all have to work for crumbs.
No, it doesn't work the same way. Well, some of them do. And then when they do that, it's from a new author that will get 8 downloads, so you'll get 10 cents from it. So you'll work for a week and a half.
Because
and make
there's
80
times
cents.
that I look for books by who's reading them.
Yeah, you like the narrator.
Yeah, I like the narrator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the narrator is a big part of audiobooks and stuff for sure. So,
When you choose to earn your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University, you're saying yes to new opportunities and to new adventures. You're saying yes to something big, something you've always wanted to do. If earning your degree is one of your goals this new year, SNHU can help you get there. With low online tuition, no set class times, and multiple term starts per year, you can set the pace that works for you and save money along the way. Visit snhu.edu today to get started.
Did you know adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't? From swimming lessons to piano classes, as parents, we invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But how much are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids essential skills like earning, saving, and investing, giving them the tools for financial confidence. This investment costs less than an after-school treat at Starbucks. Start prioritizing their financial education today with Greenlight. Invest in their future at greenlight.com/podcast.
I would have thought there was more like.
It's a long process. I mean, the closest I've done.
It's just like being a writer. Like, it's very hard to get your
the first time only thing I've done like voiceover wise like that has been this past CrimeCon. They wanted me to do all the intros for everybody. So like went through and for
that's awesome.
That is awesome.
It was like between recording, editing, so it was like probably 15, 20 hours worth of stuff to do, and like we were still recording them when I got there. So that was just like me being like, okay, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I didn't get paid.
Just to get your name out there. And yeah, for sure.
So
that makes
who's
sense.
your favorite podcaster besides us?
That was good.
You have to go that way. I don't know. I mean, and these are like, I'll give these two. I've been listening to both of these two like here lately because they're polar opposites, and I love both of them. Mark Maron and Joe Rogan. Like, I know, like Joe Rogan's like everybody loves to hate him and stuff like that. He's pretty middle of the road on a lot of stuff. And he has a wide range of guests on there. Like, it's incredible some of the stuff that I hear on the show. Like, they had I don't think they were like forensic anthropologists. They were like some sort of other things on it there the other day, and they were talking about how, what was it? It was some like even pre-Egyptian type society were moving like these nearly 2 or 3 million pound stones like miles and miles, and this is like thousands of years ago before there was any machinery or anything like that. So, I mean, that's the type of person.
Interesting. I need to listen to him because I love just random, interesting crap.
And then Mark Maron is like, they're both stand-up comedians, and like Mark Maron's like very liberal, and like he's had TV shows and stuff like that, and it's like I love listening to him because he's so like far out there and funny, and like it's I'm politically, I'm kind of middle of the road in a lot of stuff, but like even when I hear something from him, it's like it sounds like, oh, that's just some silliness right there.
Right.
I laugh just because it's delivery.
Right.
That's great.
Yeah. Do you know Theo Vaughn?
I know of him.
Have you ever listened to his podcast?
I've seen some of his videos.
He's more of mine and Keela's speed.
I've never listened to him.
That might be a lot of his influence too.
Is it me and Keela?
No, speed.
That's what I was. No, he's sober right now. He's sober right now because you know why? He said you can't do cocaine in the United States no more because you don't know what's in it.
Yeah.
It's a damn shame, he said.
Yeah. I'm sure that's why I quit.
Did you see that? That was so cute. He was like, hell, I got to be sober.
That was so cute.
It was cute. He was like, he was talking to J.D. Vance. He said, you can't even get high in the United States no more because you don't know what's in it. Can't even do cocaine anymore.
Well, shit.
Yes. So I love him, but he, obviously, we have a similar background, so I totally get him. But I do love him and his random.
He's funny.
Yeah.
He
is. Yeah.
It's random as hell and crazy. And
what is the most common call that you get on the 911?
Probably Rex.
Rex.
Oh, yeah.
Just, and not even Rex with injuries. They like all 911. They'll still like it. Middle of the parking lot of Kroger. Nobody's hurt. Shopping cart dinged my car. They're calling 911. Yeah.
And you're
Really?
like, the non-emergency.
They really do that?
Yeah.
A shopping cart hit your
They will
car?
call.
They'll call 911.
Think of anything in the world. Like anything. You were in here a little while ago and a camera fell over.
Yeah.
I'm sure somewhere someone is called about that on 911.
I should.
Jeez.
Yeah.
In their defense, I had a water thing break at my house, and I didn't know what to do. I was like, do I call 911? I don't know, but I didn't.
Depends on your, we have water cut off. So, like, we can send the fire department out just to cut your water off.
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything past that, though.
Right. Well, I just called my husband, and he told me how to do it myself, but I was like,
That's
I mean,
the
I'm
better way to
literally
do it.
looking at my daughter like, what do I do? What do I call 911? I have no idea what you do in this situation. But now I know not to call 911, but I didn't, so that's good.
Well, my favorite episode of yours was about the puppies.
Which one?
Paul's, what's it called? I wrote it down on here.
Because we did
about the
a dog one here at, with you. And,
Paul and Orders.
Oh, yeah, that's a different one. If you haven't
like
listened to
Paul.
Elton Trent, I know you're a
it's so
dog person.
good.
Like you,
Don't get me on a dog thing.
oh, dude,
It's good and it's sad.
yeah,
And it's
you'll be
good.
like absolutely bawling. You'll be
Yeah.
bawling in the middle of it, and then at
Where's
the end
the-
of it, you'll be
where's the
bawling from
red-
being so happy.
Like I
Red fern grows.
The first dog, I was mad as hell. I was ready to go chase that ass down. So he was dragging the dog, or the dog wouldn't let go of his arm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that.
That was
I
shit.
can't. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
It
Listen
was
to that
Ship,
episode.
Red, and Tara.
See, you know better than I do. See,
For the dogs.
that's the weird thing about like my for the most part, a lot of these episodes I do, I know what it was about and all that stuff, but like when I get into the details, I kind of forget about them a little bit after. It's kind
Yeah.
of like my 911 calls it at work.
It's like a cut off, like cut it on and off. Yeah.
Kind of,
Oh,
yeah.
and they like gave the dog like a, what'd y'all call it? The last
Yeah, when they were
after.
don't
Like when
give
he
it away for
retired.
anybody. Come on, what are you?
Right.
Spoiler.
You gotta
Oh, it's
listen.
Yeah.
so good. Y'all have to go
So it's
listen
called
to
And I
it.
gotta,
Paul and Order.
I gotta see
Paul and
Trent
Order.
cry again. So I mean,
Yes.
come on.
Bro,
Oh my God.
don't.
Yeah.
Look, we'll make him cry in a minute.
Yeah.
People,
Well-
I'm good. Don't bring the dogs into it. Do not bring
He's
the
like
dogs.
me. I mean, I don't care what you do to
Yeah.
People are.
I hate to
yeah.
say it. It's
Yeah.
bad.
No,
It's
a lot of
actually
people are like
bad.
that.
It's
dogs
bad.
dogs my week now. I'll cut you over a dog.
Same.
Well, I just like pets in general. Like I'm a cat and dog person. So
Yeah, I'm the same. Yeah. And I have neither right now. So
I have more than enough if you want to borrow one.
no, that's
Okay.
quite all right.
Okay.
Well, thank
And
you for.
I have no problem. I'm sure you have no problem keeping up with all of them.
Oh, dope. Mm-mm. They have a hard time
Are
keeping
you
up
gonna
with
come
me.
Yeah,
back
that's
and be
what
on
I
our
do.
podcast again?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to like go to the gym more and do some more neck exercises. Get ready.
Well,
Hey,
you know,
on
we
one
prepared.
side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
and I
put you
was
in
a little
resistance
disappointed
like
that you weren't wearing like Raising Barbara Jean and Wanda #1 fan shirt, but that's okay.
You don't
Maybe
make my size probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we do. The 4X goes all the way to 4X.
No, I'm an 8X.
Shit.
I've been
I'm just
lifting
kidding. We don't even
lately.
have no. We don't even
Yeah.
have. But we're about to because I have to the 18th. Canva. Apparently, I signed up for it, so I'm gonna be doing stuff to the 18th because I paid for
I do
it.
Canva.
No, I know I won't do shit. But
I like
anyways,
Canva. I use that sometimes. Yeah.
Well, maybe you can show us how to use it.
yeah.
It's real easy.
So this was
Well,
really cool because
yeah.
it was different. And like, do you? Yeah. The trailer park I was raised in should have had its own precinct and like 911 dispatch, like just right there, just holler,
Yeah.
like, "Hey, upper side, fight," whatever. So I just think that wow, couldn't be me, but I'm glad that there's you. And thank you for coming on and telling us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna have us on his
He is.
when he gets his YouTube out.
Yeah, because we'll tell. We got true crime
Yeah.
about our moms. I mean,
When I'll every once in a while I have a episode on like paranoid schizophrenics and yellow fit. So,
yes.
just
yes.
be like,
Oh no!
You
wait,
get your
before
trauma
you-
from your
oh,
mom.
wait.
You're like,
No,
This
the
sparks
voices
something.
didn't tell me this, but like, do you ever get paranormal calls, like dispatch?
no, well, some of the not so sane people sometimes they'll call about stuff like that, but
But are they insane, or are you just a skeptic?
no, they're quite insane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Drugs are involved.
Do you
Do you
have
believe in paranormal, like ghosts, aliens?
Aliens, yeah.
They don't come to Nashville, do they? They know we're dumb as hell or something. Like we don't get a whole lot
I
of.
feel like they visited you a couple times.
no,
But
no, but we don't get a lot of
you're
calls.
just so hyper. It's
do you
crazy.
have repeat callers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like where you're like, okay, sister, well, I'm saying Susie. I'm saying sister Susie because
Yes,
he just popped in my
there's
head. I'm not saying you call the police, but do you like?
Yeah, not to give away
Susie
details
again?
because I can't really do that. There's a woman that calls probably 3 times a day in Nashville. She's done it for years now. I
love you, Susie.
She's in a we'll say a kind of a mediocre hotel, not really mediocre at all.
Yeah.
And anyway, she
Like a
calls.
pay by the hour hotel.
It was.
Okay.
It used to be. But anyway, she calls seriously every day saying the SWAT team's outside. They've been organized
Meth?
by.
It's meth.
No, she's just old and crazy.
They don't like charge her with like abuse of 911 or
No,
anything because it's
how,
like
how are they going to hold it up in court? I mean, she's not fit to stand trial.
we'll just
Is
So
that
they can't do anything.
You can't get arrested for calling 911 too many times.
yes, you can.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, you
That's
can?
abusing. That's abusing the
Yeah, absolutely.
system.
Well, dang.
But if
And they've
you
done it
but if you're
before.
crazy, it won't stand up in court. So
Yeah.
just do when they come and you'll be fine. Yeah.
You're completely safe.
Yes. Do they have have you ever got a call like where they're like, I'm hungry? You've seen that on like social media and stuff, like where someone said like, I'm hungry and I don't know.
Oh, yeah. It's usually different though. It's not
But
somebody
he's like, I don't fucking know. I'm hungry too. I'm just kidding. No, have you ever had one like that? It's
no,
like,
some people that they'll call in, but it's usually somebody who's been most of the time when they'll say something like that, but it's just they want a ride to like a mission or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's not quite that.
Because I saw, I think, like a Facebook story, like a little old lady, or maybe it was a little old man called and was like, I'm really hungry and I don't have any food. And they were like, oh my God. And of course they went and brought him all kinds of food. And I'm like, that's pitiful because he didn't have anybody to call. I'm like, that's precious. Not precious, it's sad.
A friend of mine, when our kids were little, her little boy, they had a thing at school where they were talking to officers and you call 911 if you need help. Well, he needed help with homework, and so he called 911, and she walked out, and there were police officers everywhere. She's like, what the hell's going on? And Ethan had called the 911 to help him.
I did that as a
told me
kid,
to
too.
call.
There's a recently released call about something almost the same thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's like, what did I do? I mean, they told me to do it.
Yep. Got a problem.
All right, Brenda. Well, thank you for coming. It's been fun. It's been fun for us. You've got entertained tonight.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know that I've still got your phone number, so I'll be looking for some Venmo. And
So when can we send that?
Stop.
Well, just give us your mailing address and we'll send you a check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
this was fun.
It was fun.
Yes.
I think this could be a two-parter too, couldn't it?
Yeah.
Hells yeah.
Yeah, I'll come back as soon as I sleep for a week.
Yeah, right. Recoup.
He gets a cricket out of his neck.
Yeah, drained of energy. Anyways.
All right. Well, till next time.
Next time we're going to ask him like we'll get actual stories for y'all. But this time we just shot the shit and asked
I'll give something for Trent to edit in. I know how much he likes to edit, so I'll give him a clip or something like that to throw in there. And
yes,
please do.
Please do. Can't wait
for you. I will.
He will for you.
These ladies reminded me of Keela and Ashley.
That would be
the first serial killer. What was her name? Whatever her name was. Anyways, all right. Thank y'all. Have a great day.
Yeah,
Love you. Bye.
Thank you for staying around for all of our crazy.
Be sure to like, follow, and share with everyone you know.
Even them whores you don't like.
And leave us a 5-star review.
We'll see you next time.
Bye, bitches.
When you choose to earn your degree online from Southern New Hampshire University, you're saying yes to new opportunities and to new adventures. You're saying yes to something big, something you've always wanted to do. If earning your degree is one of your goals this new year, SNHU can help you get there. With low online tuition, no set class times, and multiple term starts per year, you can set the pace that works for you and save money along the way. Visit snhu.edu today to get started.
Did you know adults with financial literacy skills have 82% more wealth than those who don't? From swimming lessons to piano classes, as parents, we invest in so many things to enrich our kids' lives. But how much are we investing in their future financial success? With Greenlight, you can teach your kids essential skills like earning, saving, and investing, giving them the tools for financial confidence. This investment costs less than an after-school treat at Starbucks. Start prioritizing their financial education today with Greenlight. Invest in their future at greenlight.com/podcast.